Okay, let's look at percents. So we have to change fractions to a percent. So the first thing you have to do is to change a fraction into a decimal and then the decimal into the percent. So first you're going to divide the denominator into the numerator. But wait, can't divide a larger number into a smaller number. So remember, we have that trick we talked about that you can use decimals. So here we go. You're going to add a decimal and behind your dividend and 2 zeros. Remember, you can add as many zeros back there as you would need. But 2 zeros per percent usually works out. Sometimes you might have to add a third so you can round it off. All right, so now you say do just long division. So 30 divided by 4 is, oh, before you can do that, don't forget, move that decimal directly up. Very important that it's in that right spot. It changes everything if it's not. All right, now 30 divided by 4 is 7. 4 times 7 is 28, so now you're going to subtract. You get 2. Bring down the 0. 4 can go into 20 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract. And you get 0. Great job. So now I have 7. The decimal that's equivalent is 75 hundredths. So 3/4 equals 75 hundredths. So now to change it from the decimal to the percent, you just move your decimal over 2 places and change that decimal to a percent sign at the end. The reason why you're doing that is because it's all over 100. So any fraction that has over 100 can just be written, you can write that as a percent by having no decimal and having the percent sign. So also, if your fractions are already written over 100, well, you already know what the percent's going to be. So that would move that decimal over and change it to a percent sign. So 75%. So 3/4, 75 hundredths, and 75% are all equivalent. All right. So let's look at 1/5. Same thing. So first you have to divide the numerator divide the denominator into the numerator. Add those decimal and 2 zeros. And then don't forget that important part to move it directly up. And then now you do long division. So you say 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Let's put that underneath and subtract. All right, bring down your 0. 5 can go into 0 0 times. This is kind of unnecessary, but subtract your zeros out. And there you go. So now I have 0.20. So 1/5 is equivalent to 20 hundredths. And so remember, take that decimal, move it over to the 2 places to the right, turn it into a percent sign. So 1/5 equals 20%. Okay, so here's a few fractions I want you to bring in tomorrow with them changed into percent. Some of these we should know off the top of our head. Change it what these are because they're pretty commonly used around. And then of course 2 of them we've already done. So bring in what the percents are for these. So remember, you can go through and use the steps, go back and watch the video and use the steps to go through it again. Or remember, if you can make that denominator become a 100, anything on top of 100 is the percent. All right, so don't forget to bring in these 6 tomorrow. I'm sorry, these 8 tomorrow. Well, the 6 that the 2 that we already did, but all right, see y'all tomorrow.